Welcome back, Kook's Custom Speed Shed. After a long winter of no snow, I know lots of yous out there hate winter, but this guy loves winter. He likes to ride his sled. Have some fun with the boys, do some trail riding, do some power riding. Anyway, didn't get much snow this year, only got it out a few times. Which also meant that I didn't make that much money, and that is why I really didn't work on the Trans Am all winter, so I stopped doing the videos to, keep track of the old Project Screaming Chicken over here. Anywho, last time we were here, we put that back half 4-link kit in that I got from Competition Engineering. I think I showed you a bit about how I did the frame connectors. Over the winter, I decided that I'm probably going to cut those couple welds there, and I'm going to actually get brand new floor pans. It's probably a waste since this is going to be, mostly a race car, but I really don't like hacking, slashing things together too much. I'm not a perfectionist, but I mean, it's got to look good too. Anyways, so we're probably going to get some full floor pans, but we're not doing that right yet. Right now, I'm waiting on drumming up some money from some side jobs that I'm doing here in the shop. I got a side-by-side motor over there I'm doing for a chum. Sled engine down here. So that's going to get some funds. The kid's going to help me with the motors in the shop now. But yeah, so we're going to start doing the body work while we're trying to drum up some money on those side jobs so we can get the center section for the 9-inch so that that's in there, and we can get the pinion angle right when we go to weld all the 4-link brackets and everything. Get everything plumbed in there, welded up, squared in so that the rear end's done so that this thing can actually go on wheels. And at least then I could roll it in and out of the shop. Like I said before, this is going to be a long project. Long project. I ain't a rich guy, and we're just going to do it as we can drum up some money. Yeah. So I'd like to get this on wheels, so at least when I'm trying to drum up some side money, I could throw this thing outside, maybe stuff it in one of the enclosed trailers just to get it out of my hair, bring something in here, do some body jobs or something for someone else anyway. So, what we're doing right now, I started getting that pitted roof. I wire wheeled it there with the cheek poker, and I used the orbital sander. I even had the flapper wheel out in a few spots because this thing was rustier than I don't even know. It was horribly rusty. But we got it to the point where I laid a couple thick coats of some high solid, high build primer just to fill all the pits and all that in the steel. Listen, I know it's not perfect. I know I should probably replace the roof. A lot of guys are going to bash me in the comments saying, no, cut the roof. It's real easy. Do it here, do it there. Yeah, man, you know what? That is a ton of work, and I don't think it's going to hurt it. This thing's not going to see that much weather. It's going to live its life in this garage or in an enclosed trailer. It's not going to see rain. It's not going to see much moisture. And like I said before, I'm not a rich guy, man. I got to go buy a parts car for $1,000 just to cut the roof off a car that's in better shape than this. Might bite me in the ass. I'm hoping not. We're going to do the best we can to get some paint on there, seal everything up, and hope it doesn't rust through. But the problem when you got that many pits in it, there is a lot of low spots in this roof. I had to actually put a patch in the corner of the roof here, another one there. It was Swiss cheese in a couple areas, so I had to patch it, which, that's just time. That's not money. I got steel laying around from doing body jobs for guys on the side, cab corners and rockers. Sometimes you don't need the full thing, so you cut them off to make the job a little easier. And, steel like that comes in handy, especially when you're doing a corner like this, man. Let me tell you, I cut up a corner of a cab corner, fit perfect. But yeah, we got a lot of blocking to do to get this roof to look straight and look good and look sound. No, it's not full of Bondo. Those are just skim coats. It's not going to crack. I know guys are going to say, yeah, you shouldn't use Bondo on a roof. This car is going to flex. Yes, but it's going to have a cage in it. The body really shouldn't flex that much. Quarter panels turned out good so far. That is what the roof looked like before. Rough. Now for this, yes, we're going to buy a new one. I'll spend the money. That's 10 minutes to change, not 3 weekends and hope that the glass fits. That's where we're at right now. We're getting somewhere, slowly, but we're getting somewhere. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the good news is I've block sanded and reprimed the quarter panel. It is beautifully straight. So is the other one. You know it's not straight? Oh my God. That's just one side. It just gets better. You know, sometimes a man just needs to come out to the garage to have some time to think. Because this guy can't figure out for the life of me why we do this to ourselves. I mean, I want the car. I want to race it. But why can't I just come out here and go, okay, it's done? And I know you know what I'm talking about. Because remember when we were younger, you get up on Saturday morning, you have your morning coffee, and you turn on like Hot Rod TV, you know, they change a quarter panel and, you know, cut to commercial and come back and they did a full restoration in 25 minutes. Why, you know, the fellow don't understand is what he's getting at. So anyway, this video, I really didn't do any work in it. I know I should start showing you guys how to do things, which I am. Don't worry. A fella's ordered one of those tripod stands there for the cell phone, so I can put you up in the corner over there. And, you know, show you what I'm doing. Show you guys how to block sand and get a car straight. You guys already seen my red car. That car there, I changed every panel on that car but the roof, and that ain't no joke. Ask any one of my chums. They seen it. They called me crazy. They said, don't save that car. One or two did because they know the history of it. With me, you know, it was kind of a sentimental thing. I probably should have scrapped it. It was bad. But me and a few of my buddies, you know, I had Mike Dobler there. He showed me how to line up quarter panels and that. He gave me a hand with that. He even helped welding. Just because, you know, he knows me. I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted to learn. I didn't want anyone to do the work for me, and I did it, most of it myself. But, you know, certain things you got to watch someone else do it before you do it yourself, especially when it's something that you wanted to be a prized possession or, you know, as close to perfect as possible. Yeah, so I'll show you guys how to do some block sanding. And this is a good example because usually you don't have to block sand a roof. There's no, unless it was in a hailstorm or something stupid like that. Roofs usually don't get leaned on and banged on and you know. So this is kind of a good learning curve for me and to show you guys how to block sand and things like that. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'm a sucker for a Burt Reynolds Smokey and the Bandit car. So this is actually a 1980 Trans Am. I got to buy a front bumper anyway. I did buy one, but it's not in the best shape. So I'm probably going to buy one of those fiberglass ones from, I think the company I got the one for my Camaro for was Race Star. Something like that. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, I'm going to buy a front bumper. Might as well do the 77, 78 Smokey and the Bandit one. Also, going to do a back bumper. So this car is not going to be, well, it's going to be an 80 or 81, whatever it is, but it's going to look like the Smokey and the Bandit car, and I love the look of the tail lights on that car. I love the look of the grille on that car with the sunk-in quad headlights. It just looks mean to me. So that's the direction we're going to go with that. But anyway, eventually, this thing will be one whole car with the panels lined up the best I can. It ain't going to be a show car, but it's going to be something that, you know, a guy could take to a Queen Street cruise or a cruise night or a car show and be pretty proud of it. I ain't no Chip Foose or any of those other fancy guys, but, you know, if you got some time and some patience, a lot of patience, because a lot of this stuff is boring, and I mean boring. But the end result is definitely worth it. I don't regret doing my red car. I take pride in that car. It's something that I could say I built that thing out of nothing. Literally, that thing, when we were done cutting it apart to get all the rust out of it, all there was a roof, the A-pillars for the roof, parts of the firewall, and that's it. I mean, we cut everything off that car. I didn't want to have to ever deal with rust on that again. I just wanted it to be solid. I know I can get in it. I got a pretty powerful motor in there, and I didn't want to ever go through that again. And well, you know, life's funny. I want to get my kid into this, so this Trans Am, yeah, we're going to do one more. And when this is done, I might even do one more for myself so that we could do a couple drag and drive events. I got a tube chassis car. It's fast, but it ain't really streetable. So we're selling that. When Memphis's Trans Am's done and we get him racing and get the fish hook in his mouth, I'm probably going to find a shell. Don't know, don't really care, as long as it's a GM car. I'd really like to do something different this time. I've owned a lot of F-body cars. Maybe a G-body. Maybe a Chevelle. We'll see when the time comes. I'll know the car when I see it. There's actually one that I'm looking at right now, but like I said, I've done nothing but F-bodies. Why am I going to buy another 79 Camaro? Let's do something different this time. Anyway, I hope you guys start watching me again. I do have fun doing this and recording myself. I don't know why. It'll be fun to look back on 20 years from now and have a laugh. Nobody likes it. Who cares? I'll like it when I'm older. Anyway, yeah, let's get to her. Well, that about does it for tonight. I laid some Bondo on here tonight. Well, short strand fiberglass Bondo, whatever, body filler. I want to do short strand because it's a little bit stronger, and these are some pretty crucial areas, so yeah. But anyway, that about wraps it up for tonight. I want to leave that mud dry overnight. I ain't in a rush, so what's the point in standing here watching Bondo dry? You know what I mean? I mean, doesn't take that long, but we're only going to pick at this a couple hours a night till we get some parts for the rear end. I got a long time to do the body work. I still got to find, finish the motor, fix the tranny that from my tube chassis that's going to go in here. It lost second gear the last time we were out, so rebuild that, put some clutches in. Maybe we'll do a video on that too. I ain't the best with TH400. My chum Mike Dobler does them for me. Great guy, knows what he's doing. If anyone ever needs a tranny done, I'm sure that Mike wouldn't mind some extra money on the side. Yeah, maybe we'll do a video about that. And you know, I mentioned side jobs earlier. If you guys want to see how to build engines, it ain't hard, especially two-stroke motors, man. They're a piece of cake. I don't know why guys don't want to get into it themselves. Scared, maybe. I don't know. But if you guys are interested in seeing those, I'll do videos on those too. I've built a lot of two-stroke engines in the last 10 years. Don't mind doing them. It's good money. And I'm doing my first side-by-side motor for a chum of mine as mostly a favor. Couldn't find anyone in town that wanted to do it or get the parts or whatever. I said, yeah, bring it by. We'll figure it out. Might take a month or two. Who cares? I'll get it done. So anyway, yeah, if you guys want to see that, I can show you that too. But that's it for tonight. I got to work in the morning. It's almost 10 o'clock. Go inside, put something wet down the neck, and have a shower, go to bed, work in the morning, bite to eat, back out here.